If you told me I could withdraw 600,000 from my investment account and still end up with more than 7 million, I honestly think that's either a scam or a fantasy. But I ran the numbers. I did a full back test using just one ETF, XLK, starting from 2015, and the results, they were shocking. Because even after pulling 60k out every year for 10 years straight, my portfolio didn't just survive, it grew. And not by a little. This video shows you exactly what would have happened if I retired in 2015 with 1.5 million in just tech ETFs. And before you say, Caleb, that's too good to be true, I also tested what happens if I retire in 2007, right before the global financial crisis. That one, a bit more painful. This backtest will show you what ETF-only retirement might actually look like. The good, the bad, and the risky. In my last video, I shared my actual retirement plan, 100% ETFs on XLK and SCHG, 1.5 million portfolio and drawing down $5,000 a month. So what is XLK? XLK is an ETF that I invest in. It's a technology sector ETF. So especially it tracks the performance of an index or the technology stocks in the S&P 500. So the holdings will include like Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple, which takes up a bulk of everything, which is about 40% plus. And then the rest of it, it's all the technology stocks in the S&P 500. So whichever S&P 500 that has technology inside, then it'll be inside this XLK ETF. So what I've done is I looked through the historical data. So like in 2015 August, the price is at 42.56. So if at 1st August I buy in 1.5 million of 42.56, how many units I have, then I will draw out 60,000. In this scenario, I have 1.5 million. In 1st August 2015, the price of XLK was at 42.56, meaning to say that I am able to buy 35,000 units of XLK at 42.56, total of 1.5 million. Subsequently, I will draw out 60,000 and I'm left with 1.44 million, and my units will decrease by the corresponding number. Next following year, I will have started off at 33,834, which is what I had last year, and then the price would be increased already. So based on this, the price increased, so my portfolio at the time will be 1.57. So from 1.44, it went up to 1.57. And I do the same thing again. I withdraw out 60,000 again, and then I left with 1.511, and subsequent next year again, 1st August, the price is at 57.45. And at that time, with the same units left of 32,542 on 2016, I would have 1.869 million by then again. So I do the same thing all the way until 2025. 2025, this is not 1st August, this is actually today's date, probably 10 of July as of filming itself, 257.2. You can see at the end of the day, even though I have withdrawn out altogether $660,000 already, I still have balance of 7.1 million in my portfolio. So this shows something that at the end of the day, even I withdraw out everything, I still make a profit. To fund my retirement, I still have balance of $7 million because of the growth in XLK prices. So you may say that, hey Caleb, it's not fair to consider this approach because what happens is that there was a bull run and stuff like that. If you find this kind of no fluff financial breakdown helpful, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more real life money simulations. Look at the next simulations whereby I started withdrawing just before the great financial crisis. So when is the great financial crisis? When I look back into XLK Case Chart, the most deep is in somewhere about 2017. So this is the peak on October 2007. So I started off with 1st August 2007. The same simulation will bring us to this effect. 1st August, I also have 25.5, the price is 25.57, means that my number of units will be a lot more. And then I withdraw 60,000, I'm left with 1.44 and 56,000 units left. However, in second year, the price dropped to 22.48. You can see my left over at the end of the day is only 1.265. After drawing out again, I'm down by another 60,000, which is 1.2. The third year in the 1st August also dropped some more to 1.07 million. So my 1 million, 1.5 million, it drops all the way to 1.07 million. And then I withdraw out again, I'm left with 1.01 million. 4th year, 2010, it has increased, but it still stays at 1.1 million. So I still have lost about 400,000. The only time when it reached above 1.5 million is somewhere in year 8. Year 8, then it's above 1.56 million itself, even after drawing out. But you can see back in 27, after 11 years, in 2017, you can see it went back up to 2.09 million. Then, if I were to continue all the way to 2025, how would it be right now actually? Let's do a simulation. So if I have continued all the way in 2018, all the way 2019, and so on and so forth, and I've kept the faith, by 2025 I would have amassed out to 8.4 million, even though I would have withdrawn out a total of 1.14 million already. So you can see that even at low years, the years when you didn't started off well, it still managed to give you a good return. However, I want to specify one thing, is that past performance may not be the same as what future performance might be, but there is a high probability what happens previously might rhyme and continue as well. Do like and subscribe if you're building your financial independence plan too. So why I choose XLK and SCHG, if you have watched my previous video, is that they are both growth-oriented companies. They are US denominated, and there are high probability, high chance that growth will still continue throughout the years, with tech leading the sector as well. However, there is one thing that I would like to caution you, is that always keep a 1 to 2 years buffer of cash reserve in case there are emergency situations that you might need the cash to continue this financial independence route. And when there is a huge downturn, can consider lowering down the withdrawal from your investments and activating the cash reserve that you have in place. If you would like to play around, you can also play around with different ETFs, putting out the S&P 500 or different ETFs to simulate how it would be like again when you play with this Excel sheet. If you need this Excel sheet, just comment below and I will send this over to you. If you want to see how I'm actually retiring by 45 with zero CPF, zero rental income, I broke it all down in my last video over here. Click here to see that full exact strategy, the exact ETFs I invest in, and I'm building a 1.5 million portfolio from scratch.